back. I wanted to redo the stream. Uninterrupted this time, just me. Just going through the entire map and everything that I built in it. I made some changes. You can see over there, I finished the mountain. I edited the inside of a few houses. Hey, Sarah. Mostly like Squidward, SpongeBob. I edited the inside of Mr. Krabs' house, a little bit of Patrick's house. But yeah, let's start off with SpongeBob's house. Hey, Jed. But maybe I could do a tutorial series if enough of you ask for it. But here's SpongeBob's house. It's just made out of pumpkins and stone, nothing really too special. The inside looks completely different. Almost every single room was changed. So here's his living room. I think this looks way better than it did before. I remade his little chair right here. The TV is the same, it's just moved to the opposite side of the room. A couple things on the walls, like the picture frame of Gary and this thing. The plant was changed. I used a scaffold for the table. And this is a completely new room right here. This is his workout room. This is when he tries to lift weights with like the two stuffed animals on either side. He has the gym mat and the heart poster and like the weird dodgeball hanging from the ceiling. The kitchen is exactly the same, except I moved the table over a bit so I could fit two chairs here. And I also changed the chimney of the stove, and I added some more stuff on top of these shelves, like the barrel. But other than that, it's the exact same. I got rid of the library. The library is actually down here somewhere. Yeah, the library is right here. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in the attic, like in the actual SpongeBob lore. But I don't have enough room to fit an attic in this house, so I decided to get rid of it. And I changed the color of the stairs to more accurately fit the show. The bathroom, pretty much the same. I changed the floor of this room, and also the floor in every other room of the house is sand. Before it used to be blue wool, but I changed it. Here's what the ringer looks like now. I just put two grindstones next to each other. And yeah, not much changed in here. The bedroom, though, it's almost completely changed. Everything's completely moved around. There's some new stuff, like the little bird cage he has in the chest. I changed the way his bed looks. The alarm clock's the exact same. Same with the diving board. And here, actually. Let me see. I'll just add ladders on the other side as well. But yeah, his bed is elevated. And I gave it like the, I don't know what it would be called, I don't know, just the thing where your head would be. That's been changed a little bit, and nothing up here except for the little trapdoor. Alright, now for Squidward's house. Let me just go around. I think the living room is the same. Yeah, I didn't really change anything about the living room except I added a chain here instead of an iron bar. Or I think it was actually a dark wood fence. But this is pretty much the exact same. And I think this room right here is the most accurate room in the entire map, like based on what it looks like in this show. Like it's almost like a one-for-one recreation. If we go up here, nothing much has changed. I gave it a new ceiling. I moved some of the lights around, nothing really special. But upstairs, I completely changed his bedroom. The floor is different. I gave him his 2 lamps. Where's Gary? I didn't know what to place down for Gary. But I gave him a new bed frame. I gave him his little table with his phone. Gave him his carpet. I also changed the bathroom slightly. His toilet with like the 2 soap bottles is the best I could do. And I changed the curtains. Originally they're on this side, but now they're on that side. And I also changed the floor as well. Oh, and he has his little towel rack or his like robe rack right there. Okay, now Patrick's house. The entrance is back here. Bedroom, pretty much the same as when you last saw it a few days ago. I added a little shelf here that wasn't there before. Bathroom, the exact same. I actually emptied out this room and only gave him his sofa and the TV. There used to be a fridge and a stove here, but that's been all moved and deleted. Ooh. Let's go to the Krusty Krab. This one had a lot of changes as well. So the floor has been changed. Before it was just green terracotta, but I used the warped wood instead. The bathroom, same thing, the floor has been changed. The boat used to just be all white, but I changed it so now it has the red bottom like it does in the show. That's Squidward's cactus from the episode where the sea urchins attack. And they have to put plankton inside the cactus so he could pretend to be one of the sea urchins. The office has been changed a little bit. I changed the ceiling and the planks of wood on top. And I added a shelf right here. Instead of there just being a chest on a fence, there's actually a barrel supposed to be the safe where the formula's inside. And there's also a clock right there on the wall. The kitchen, I added a lot more stuff to the kitchen. This chest and shelves weren't here before. This little life raft wasn't here. This used to be 2 blocks wide, but I changed it to 3. And I also extended the height by 1. So yeah, I think it looks a lot better than it did before. The freezer, nothing really special in here, just a basic freezer here. I'll actually add some lights. I use the soul lanterns. Yeah, that looks fine. The back, I added these barrels right here because if I didn't, you'd be able to see the safe barrel right there, and that just really annoyed me. So I just thought I could use some barrels to cover it up. There's the dumpster with the crabs is written in there. Let's go to the chum bucket now. So here's the chum bucket, just really gross and disgusting in here. And here's like the menu, just like the basic looking kitchen, nothing really special. But upstairs is where his lab is. And he has like blueprints for the Mr. Krabs robot, he has blueprints for like a Krabby Patty. And he has the Duplicatotron from Battle for Bikini Bottom. I tried to make it as best I could with the limited space that I had in this room. And if you listen closely, you can hear like the engine going. There's 2 sets of mine carts inside of there, set on like a permanent loop. I just thought it would kind of emulate the sound that is in the game. Here's like the obey and don't obey on and off switch. Here's Plankton, I just used a sea pickle. for Plankton, and here's Karen up here on the big screen. Where to next? Alright, let's go over to this house. So, can any of you guys guess what house this is? You'll only know what house this is if you're a die-hard SpongeBob fan, because I believe it was only in one episode. I don't feel like waiting for the comments to come running in. This is SpongeBob's uncle's house. This was the episode where, man, I think it was the episode where SpongeBob was like looking for his cousin, and he was afraid his cousin was gonna like hurt his parents or something. So he went to his Uncle Jack's house, and his uncle told him to mow the lawn. That's like my attempt at a lawnmower right there. And there's like the lawn of like the mowed out areas. Here's Mr. Krabs' house. Before the like the window frames and the roofs used to be normal nether brick, but I changed it to red nether brick. So here's the inside, SpongeBob and Patrick's rear ends and his millionth dollar. Just, you never really see his kitchen or his bathroom in the show, as far as I know. So I just kind of put in whatever for those. Here's his root beer cellar from the episode where Pearl had her first sleepover. And they locked SpongeBob down here, and he swelled up and they thought he became a zombie. Upstairs isn't really anything too special. I tried to make his hammock the best I could. And on the very top, like way top, is Pearl's room. There's a bunch of posters. Maybe I'll come back another time, because I know they actually do show Pearl's room. Maybe I'll come back and actually like actually make it look like a girl's room with like pink carpet and pink walls and all that. Alright, let's go to Weenie Hut Juniors. And over there, I'm gonna try to build Goo Lagoon over there if I do ever get to Goo Lagoon. Because, that's where Weenie Hut Juniors and the Salty Spittoon are located. Pretty much in Goo Lagoon, basically. So we don't really see the inside too much. I just kind of made just counters and stools. I made the robot, and this is my attempt at the sign for it, but that's about as good as I can make it. So here's the Salty Spittoon. This hole right here is the hole, is where that one giant muscular starfish got thrown out of when they first walked up to the Salty Spittoon. Here's the How Tough Are You sign, and here's the ice cube that SpongeBob slipped on and he had to go to the hospital. There's blood everywhere. Here's like a dartboard, a pool table right here, little bar, just shelves, just really broken down, rusted over place. Here's Mrs. Puff's house, her tree, and she has 3 chimneys, her garden. And here's a little portrait of Mr. Puff. Just a bedroom, nothing too special. And actually, before I forget, because I meant to do this, but I never got around to it for some reason. Where are the fish? Here, hold on. There we go. Her fish. Mr. Puff. There we go. Hey, there we go. Sweet. Did you watch the Walking Dead seasons or no? Yeah, I love the Walking Dead. I'm waiting for the new season to come out, but it hasn't. Like the final episode of the most recent season, but still hasn't released. But yeah, now it says Mr. Puff. If you see any of these buildings, these are just like basic, normal civilian buildings, just a bed and a chest inside of them. Where to next? Oh, let's go to this before I forget. This is SpongeBob's grandmother's house. It's the inside, just basic couch, TV, bedroom. Here's the kitchen with all the cookies and the cookie eating hat. There's a ton of little Easter eggs hidden throughout this entire map that you can find. It's not perfect by any means, like it's all just completely flat. I'm sure like the layout is like completely fucked, like like I'm sure none of these buildings are like where they're supposed to be except for like Mr. Krabs, the Chum Bucket, and like the three main houses. But here's the arcade machine, like the arcade building, when Gary was like having coins stick to his shell, and Mr. Krabs brought Gary here to try to get all the arcade money. Here's just some arcade machines. I made each of the machine based off of one of the characters from the show. Here's like one of those Just Dance machines. And here's like a little skee ball machine right here that I tried to make. But other than that, just pretty empty. Thank God for these blue torches, because originally I had yellow torches in place for these, but like now it looks so much better. Here, let's go to the toy barrel next. So this is the toy barrel. Originally I had a minecart on there. So unless if someone destroyed it, I don't know where it went. Alright, I'm losing it. Here we go. Just on a loop, because there was a train, like a little toy train track in the episode. Just bookshelves, toys, masks. Here's like a bike, like a little tricycle. The best I can make it. Right here is the Kelp Shake store, but it's completely closed down. I might make like multiple of these around the place and have like the closed down signs and all that, but I can't be bothered, so far we only have the one. Here's the Shady Shoals Rest Home. And this is where Merman and Barnacle Boy live. And underneath the couch, if you pull that lever, here's the Mermalair. Like the invisible boatmobile parking space right there. And here's all the outfits from that one episode where they all become superheroes. The Quickster, Captain Magma, the Elastic Waistband, and Miss Appear. Here's just like a basic computer and like where they would sit. As for the upstairs, nothing really special, just basic retirement bedrooms. Each room looks the exact same. Okay, let's go to here next. So here's the restaurant, the Ship in the Bottle. This building doesn't have an interior. It's just a ship in a bottle. Maybe, I don't even know if there's enough room in here. Yeah, there's no room to put anything in here anyway, so even if I wanted to, I'd have to like make this place absolutely giant if I wanted to fit anything in here, like an actual restaurant. Oh yeah, also another thing I want to show with the Krusty Krab. I changed the side of the, like I changed the ropes on the side of each part of the Krusty Krab. Originally it was just iron bars kind of placed randomly, but now I used fences and I actually made it look like a decent pattern on each side. Alright, let's go to the boating school next. So here's Mrs. Puff's boating school. There's a chalkboard. I added that earlier today. And here is the Big Fat Meanie drawing. And then the track, like the driving course, it's as accurate as I could get it. I'm sure there's like an easier way to do it, but this is about as best as I can manage. Here's the finish line, and then they park. I just noticed something. If you start off here and you end here, how do you get your cars back over there? I just realized that. Alright. This right here, this is the gas station from the, what episode? Atlantis Square Pantis. This is the gas station that they bring that magical van to, and they try filling it up with gas, but they, you can only fill up that van by singing. So it's just like a little gas station with 2 pumps and a little shitty sign. Here's the bargain mart. I used a walkthrough for this, but the skull, I did my own design for the skull and the little masts holding up the sign. And the interior, I just made it look like a supermarket. I didn't really know how else to like make it look like anything really. Here, let's go. So here's the movie theater. Merman Bronco Boy versus the Sea Dragon. It has like an actual movie going on. I made like a giant monster dragon, and it's supposed to be Merman Man and Barnacle Boy right there. Here's like the seats and all that. Back here is like where you get the popcorn and all that. Nothing really special. And this is the graveyard. I haven't finished it yet. I still need to make the rest of the pathways and all that. And all the other tombstones. But this right here is the #1 grave. And I decided to use this grave for Steven Hillenburg when he passed away in 2018. And this grave is Squidward's hopes and dreams with the bouquet of flowers that Squidward left there. And this was, the walls, it was almost even until I got to this part. For whatever reason, like, I think I messed up the wall here. Like, I made it uneven somehow. So, instead of redoing the entire fence, I just made it look like it was still being under construction. Alright, this right here with the university cap, this is the college that Sandy and Karen create. This is from one of the newer episodes. I haven't seen it. I only just saw an image online of what the outside looked like, and I looked up the plot for the episode, and apparently Sandy and Karen like join forces to create a college for some fucking reason. Since they're like the two smartest women in the city, I'm pretty sure. But I didn't really know what the inside looked like. I just made some lockers, and there's only 3 classrooms. Each of them look the exact same. Here's the hospital with the ambulance outside. Due to current events, iron butt treatments are half off. Just a little waiting room. Each of these rooms are identical. There's 4 of them. Plankton made everyone retarded, so they had to teach them back to normal intelligence. Here's the iron butt machine, as best as I could recreate it. And in here, these are gonna be like surgery rooms, but I haven't finished this part of the hospital yet. And I don't know what the hell I'm gonna put in like all this empty space. I'm gonna have to figure that out eventually. And just a women's room. Using the new blocks as like different tiles. Same with the men's room, except I use the other variant. All of those houses are just random civilian houses. Here's the sea needle. It goes all the way up here. Like way up here. And this is the very top. And you get a pretty decent view of the entire town. So if we jump down here, here's the prison. And we don't really see the inside too much, so I just made like a basic eating court and different cells up here, but other than that, it's mostly just the outside that people should be looking at, not really the inside. Oh, here's the police station. There's actually 2 different police station designs. This is the one that I believe we see most often, and there's the design from Battle for Bikini Bottom and from the earlier seasons. This one is from the most recent seasons. There's the chimney up here. There's another one on the side. I try my best to spell police up here. And when we go inside, it's just like the little with different benches and just temporary holding cells for before when the prisoners actually get sent to the real prison. And I tried to the police cars as best I could. So here's the courthouse with the scale on top and the flag. Just here's the courtroom. I didn't really know what to do for this, so I just made lights and the stand that the guy stands up on, the gavel right here. Over here, we're getting towards the end of the tour. And right here is the kelp forest, or a very fraction of kelp forest eventually. I'm hoping to kind of fill in this entire area, but that's going to take so long, especially for the bamboo throw. But you guys all saw this when I was streaming the other day. I could finally show off King Jellyfish's Mountain since I finished it. So the idea is you're gonna enter through here. Hey, Can. You're gonna enter through here, and I'm gonna have like a walkway somehow until you get up to like here. You just navigate your way until you make it up here. And this is straight from Battle for Bikini Bottom. You have to enter up through this way, and eventually you come up on the left side of the mountain, and you see King Jellyfish with his shower and bath and shower curtains up here. Oh, what else? Oh yeah, and there's a hidden building all the way over here on the very outskirts of the map, just out in the middle of nowhere. And do you guys recognize that? Oh wow, that looks so cool in the distance. But do you guys recognize what this place is? This is from the episode where SpongeBob and Patrick are playing hide and seek. But instead of hiding somewhere, Patrick just stayed in his house and slept the whole time. And SpongeBob used Sandy's submarine to try to go find Patrick. And eventually he got to here, and when he looked at the sign, it said the end of the world. And apparently it's like a cafe and gift shop. So then it looks kind of like a saloon. So he comes in through the doors, and then he sees a starfish like at the bar. And he's like, Patrick, it really is you. And then the guy turns around and it's not Patrick. He has like a giant ass mustache. So I tried to recreate the inside as best as I could, since we don't really see the inside too much. I think I put a sign here. Yeah, this is like on the far north of the map, and directly south is where Bikini Bottom is, and there's like a little water tower here as well. And then we fly all the way back. Takes a while. We fly all the way back to Bikini Bottom. Until we finally make it to the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket. Who remembers episode? Who remember episode How Gorilla and SpongeBob episode? Do you mean when he got the gorilla suit? He's like, I am wearing the gorilla suit. And then the real gorilla was like wearing Patrick's, like was wearing like a Patrick suit. But yeah, that's pretty much everything really. This took me a really long time to build, and I'm still not done. Like I'm still like I'm like a fraction of my way through this. I still want to add like downtown Bikini Bottom with like all of the buildings and stuff, like the giant skyscrapers. So I don't even know where I'd put that. I'd probably kind of surround. I'd probably try to put it on this side actually, like around the prison, the hospital, and the Sea Needle. That's probably where I'd put the city, to be honest. As for the other buildings, like the bank, I didn't even make the bank yet. I still need to figure out where to put that. Oh, oh, you mean rock bottom. Funny you mentioned that. I'm gonna have to figure out, because I do want to try to make rock bottom, but I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put rock bottom and how I'm gonna make rock bottom. Is here. Let's see how deep we can go. Here, hold on. Let me just get the sand ready. Sand, and it doesn't really matter what I put underneath here, so I'll just grab mossy cobblestone. Alright, let's see how deep. Let's see how deep I made this. Oh shit, alright. Alright, so if we put the bedrock right there, this is how deep I am. I'm not sure if I made the world deep enough to actually put rock bottom. Well, maybe. Actually. I feel like I could fit rock bottom down here. Just the only thing is I'm gonna have to dig out a huge fucking space just to make rock bottom. And like that's gonna take forever. Same with kelp forest and jellyfish fields, because I'm gonna have to make like the grass of jellyfish fields and all that. And then for kelp forest I'm gonna have to keep on adding bamboo. Keep on doing that all that shit. And that just might take way too long. But who knows? Maybe I'll get like a bunch of buddies to help me out, like Jed or Lila and like some other people to help me out with that. But yeah, that's... Oh, Sandy's house! Fuck! I almost forgot Sandy's house. Holy shit. Oh yeah, you too, Sarah. Oh my god, I can't believe I almost forgot Sandy's house. Alright, so here's the entrance, here's the drain, with like all the water there. And here's her actual dome. Here's her hamster wheel, her picnic table, her birdhouse. I don't think she doesn't have like a bunch of logs tied up in her actual house, but I just thought this looked really cool. And then if you go inside, just her living room. Upstairs is kind of like her lab area. And then up here is her study, like desk, and her single bed. But yeah, there we go. Now we got every single building. Here, let me put a... Yeah, I think that looks better. Yeah, I like the spruce door better for the entrance. New Combat League and Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, I don't really do Combat League. I don't have the patience to play Combat League for that long. Just to earn some skins. But yeah. Thanks for joining, guys. If any of you guys want to join me, and like if like any of us just want to get a huge group of friends to just like pump out a bunch of buildings and shit, like Sarah, Jed, my sister can join. Any of you guys, if you want to join, we can just shit out a whole bunch of little civilian buildings and actual cities and rock bottom, and this is where Goo Lagoon's gonna be, so we're gonna have to build the entire beach, and then kelp forest. So we could get a whole ton done if we can find a day where we can just get a whole bunch of people to just join at once and not fucking destroy shit, because I'll like never let anyone on this map again if like people start destroying shit. I might actually turn off, because TNT explosion is on, because sometimes when I need to like fill in a space, I just blow it up with TNT and then I fill it in. But if I get a huge group of people, I might turn off TNT allowed, because I'm not gonna risk someone planting TNT in like SpongeBob or Squidward's house and blowing that shit up. Especially since I have like the autosave function on. So like if someone blows it up, I'm fucked. Just do friends maybe. Yeah, that makes sense. Like just you, Jed, my sister. I think Anthony has a PS4 as well. We can get Anthony in here. But yeah. Thank you for watching. And yeah, see ya. I think the tour of Bikini Bottom was shorter than like my mini tour yesterday.